Hello, I'm back. Penny here with a review of this Bosphorous leather handcrafted watch roll. It fits 4 watches. Okay, so I got the one for 4 watches. It is, I think it retailed for around $360, but I had a 10% off code, so I paid $330. And it ships from, I want to say Turkey. And it takes to get to the US, I think it took about 2 weeks. I mean, maybe a little bit longer because they make them, I think they're made to order. You can get a lot of different colors. I chose the navy blue, the slimmer model. So let me button it up. You can see it. It only has 3 buttons. I really think it might have been a little bit better with 4 buttons, like a button in this corner and just kind of space the buttons out a little bit better. But it is a long and slim roll. Now they do have some, it looks like slightly wider versions, and they also have three watches, rolls that fit 3 watches, and rolls that fit 2, I believe. They have a lot of leather goods. They have watch cases, really nice watch boxes. So there's a lot to choose from, and they have some really funky designs. I went for a really basic, simple design. We have another one on order, so that should tell you right there how I feel about this watch roll. And why do I prefer watch rolls to watch boxes? Well, it's pretty simple. We store our watches in our safety deposit box, and the height and thickness of this, and even the length of this, is actually really perfect. It comes in this kind of box right here, which is like almost like a shoe box. And it's very nice, very great packaging. And then, kind of importantly to me, it comes in this, like, it's almost like a shoe bag that you can put the case in. So when I store it in our safety deposit box, I always put this in this cover so that the leather doesn't get scratched up when I slide it in. It's just a nice touch. And so, yeah, let's look at the watch roll. Okay, so I got 4 watches in here right now. One thing that's different about this that may be unfamiliar to people is the snap system. So you can snap out your watch, an individual watch, and have it with the pillow. I ordered the average size pillows. I didn't really see an option to order smaller pillows. I kind of wish that my pillow was smaller because it does leave an imprint on the cushion. My wrist size might be a little bit smaller. It's not really that small. I have a 6 3/4 wrist, so it's not really that small, but I think that the watches kind of hug the cushion. But because the cushions are not hard, there's a lot of give and softness in this. I'm not worried about it stretching the bracelet or anything like that, but some of my watches do seem to have like a snugger fit on the pillow. For example, the Explorer 2, the I don't know, I want to say pre-ceramic, but the 5-digit Explorer 2 does fit a lot tighter. See how that is? It's a lot tighter on the cushion. So, I don't love that. I think if you can request, I think, different size cushions, maybe in the notes, if you have a bigger wrist and you need bigger cushions. If you have a smaller wrist, maybe, I don't know if this is the smallest size they make, but you can connect with them on the website and ask them about pillow sizes. So that's probably something to be aware of, depending on your wrist size. If you do have a smaller wrist, these pillows might stretch your bracelet. And the only one that I feel a little bit concerned about is this one, because it does fit on here fairly tight. But I'm not that neurotic that for me this is a big issue. It's not. I could have asked, or I could have even responded to them, hey, do you have a smaller cushion? But I'm okay with it. It's most of these watches, especially the modern ones, it's not as snug of a fit. These bracelets are bigger and sturdier, I guess, so it doesn't matter. All right, I love the snap-in system. So I'm going to do a comparison between this watch roll and my Mirage watch roll. And You have the slide in option for Everest rolls, for Mirage, for other companies. And then you have the snap, version of this with this company. So you get these little pieces, and it's really like Lego, which I'm a big fan of. So, we've got dog hair everywhere, guys. If you have dogs that shed even a little, something like this, it just is a magnet for it. I don't know how, but it's picking up all this lint and stuff. So yeah, you have these little pieces, these dividers that you move around. It's modular. That's the word. It's a modular system. So you can move your watches around in this case however you want. I like that. Some people might not like that you have to basically assemble if you're pulling a watch out. Like when they're all together, if you want to get the watch in the middle out, you have to sort of take it off of the whole thing, the whole structure. I don't mind that. I actually like the sound of the snaps. I've only had this watch roll for a few weeks, so I don't know how durable the system is. We'll see over time. Will the is it well made? Will these connectors stay put? I think so. It feels well made. The quality of I think this is suede, is outstanding. It doesn't feel cheap. It's obviously dyed, blue. It feels very good, very high quality. It really leaves. Look at that. Snap. And the one thing is you do have to kind of like here. I can't just put these two watches back. Obviously, I'm missing a divider, right? So I did that wrong for the setup that I have. So you gotta be a little thoughtful about how you're doing this. So there you go. Now you got these two, and they're connected. Okay, so then I could put this back if I wanted to put it back that way. If I want to move, this over here. Look, it doesn't have a centerpiece, so I have to move things around a bit, right? These two ends are not going to connect. So I actually like this. It's kind of playful, that you have to arrange your, we're obsessive people probably, so you have to arrange your watches just so, to put them in. But it really does work for me. Some people might look at this and say, hey, $300, $300+ for a watch roll. Ooh, that's too much. Listen, I think of it as, what is $300? What can you get? A G-Shock, really good G-Shock, maybe a specialty one. They go upwards of that. Seikos go upwards of that for sure. Hamilton, I have the Hamilton. Instead of buying an affordable watch, I rather have nice watch rolls. There are even nicer, more expensive watch rolls than this, but this to me is a no-brainer when you have a collection that, is thousands of dollars. To be frank, I feel like it's not for me. I guess what I want to say is less of a review and more of an owner's kind of emotional perspective. When I go and look at my watches in the bank, I don't want to pull them out in some I don't know, in some aesthetically unappealing, case. It's a special thing. I have to go through all this effort to go and get them and pull out the watch. I want the presentation to look nice. I want to feel a certain way when I go reach for a watch. And this helps. This really helps. I haven't gotten into the Mirage watch roll yet. I honestly dislike my watches when they're in that roll. It may sound completely nuts, but it's the case. It's true. How things are positioned and how they're situated and how they're packaged can have an emotional impact, I think. So to me, it was a no-brainer to just pay more to have, a display. Given that I'm not doing a watch box. If I did a watch box, I would really be into that. But if you're doing watch rolls for whatever reason, for travel, for storage, being able to see your watches it presented in a nice way can go a long way. It really just boosts my mood when I'm going for the watch. The other thing I would say is that I like how you have how there's some flexibility to this. Some watch rolls are really stiff. It's not so much that you would use this as a workspace, to like change straps or something, but it does lay flat, right? So that you can open it up and have this view. So to me, this is a very short review. It's more of just a response to a reflection or a reaction as an owner. Is this the right direction? Absolutely. We're probably going to buy, well, we already have another one on order. They've got some really nice designs and funky colors and stuff. There's a purple one with a gray interior that's pretty cool. There's right now a black one with the red interior. My wife really likes that one. I'm kind of more conservative. I like the watches to tell the story, to be the centerpiece, so I don't want the color to be too splashy in the roll. But I think that this makes a lot of sense. You're spending a lot of money if you are. Even if you're not, it's really going to be up to you how you want to present your watches or store your watches. But for me, everything kind of clicked and changed when I upgraded my watch roll. Like seeing the collection as a collection, is more possible and more enjoyable when I have a nice presentation for them. So it just the little things. And again, I'd rather spend $300 here than buying another Hamilton or a Seiko or something else. I'd rather, instead of buying an affordable watch, I'd rather continue to buy nice watch rolls. So we're probably going to get a couple more of these over time. But my wife's watches, her watches are kind of in the janky, watch rolls and travel rolls right now. So we're going to gradually, every couple months, maybe order another one in a nice color and start to move our watches into something a little more upscale. It's just $300, $330, whatever. They've been gradually increasing their prices, I've noticed, because I feel like back in the day you could actually get this for about $250. Now it's in the threes, but it's good quality. I think it's still worth it. I don't know about Everest or how it compares to some of the other brands because I haven't tried those, but I'm really, really pleased with this, guys. That's my take on it. Couldn't be happier. I love the little click system. I feel like it's fun. I love the sound of the snap. I love the feel of the leather. I love the way the watches look in it. It's a keeper for me. Thanks for watching.